Today we're checking out another tablet by Alldocube. This is the iPlay 60 Lite. I want to thank them for sending this over to review on the channel. I'll leave a link down below with current pricing and more information. It's got an 11-inch IPS display. Technically it's 10.95 inch with 1280 by 800 resolution. It's got a Unisoc Tiger T606 processor, 4 GB of RAM, 8 GB of virtual RAM. Also has 128 GB of storage, but you can expand that with a micro SD card to 1 TB. As far as the cameras go, it has a 13 megapixel on the back, 5 megapixel on the front. It's got an 8,000 milliamp hour battery. Looks like they also throw in a keyboard. They also sent over a case and a capacitive stylus as well. Comes with the USB-C to USB-A charging cable, and USB-A wall adapter is included. They also throw in some USB-C headphones. Definitely looks familiar. There's also a USB-C to USB-A adapter as well. Has an aluminum material here on the back. Pretty large camera bump there on the back as well. Power and volume buttons are on one side, USB-C charging on the other, and then you have speakers on both sides. A little strange to me that the charging port's a little off-center. It's currently on Android 14 right out of the box. As far as the software goes, it looks pretty much like stock Android. There's no app drawer by default, but you can change that in the settings. Of course, you can do split screen on here as well. Up in the notification shade, you've got your shortcuts on the left, notifications on the right. You can also add more shortcuts, dark theme, extra dim, calculator, focus mode, and so on. Left of the home screen, you've got the Google Discover newsfeed. It's using about 13 gigabytes of the 128. Now they say this is Widevine L1, but as you can see here, the version I have is Widevine L3. I'm not really sure if that's region specific, but just something to keep in mind. The overall screen quality, I feel like it's probably better than I expected. Kind of wish it was a little higher resolution, but overall it's probably good enough for most things. Now performance-wise, this might not be as powerful as the Tab A9 Plus, but probably just enough to get most basic things done. It also plays games like PUBG Mobile and Asphalt 9 a little better than I expected. So as long as you realize this is more entry-level performance, I think it could be good for some light gaming or some multitasking. I also ran my typical battery drain test, and it lasted about 7.5 hours before dying at 100% screen brightness, so a little above average compared to others I've tested. If you turn the screen brightness down, you can probably get a couple days of mixed usage. The speakers on here aren't going to be the best out there, but I feel like they're plenty loud enough, probably a little better than I was expecting, really. Here's a quick sample just to give you an idea of what it sounds like. Now the camera app on here is pretty simple. You just have video, capture, portrait, and a few extras under more. This will shoot up to 1080p resolution, 30 frames per second for video recording. Photo and video quality on here is sort of what you would expect on a tablet in this category. It might be just good enough if you have good lighting, but if you gotta do Zoom meetings or other video conference calls, I would probably just use my cell phone. You'll get much better results. Here's a few samples of photo and video just to give you an idea of what to expect. It might be hard to tell from this video, but the camera quality is probably one of the weaker points to this tablet, but that's sort of the norm for tablets in this category. For me, that wouldn't be a deal breaker, but just something to keep in mind. Also, with a tablet like this, you're not gonna get software support like you would get from some of the more popular brands like Samsung, which is one area that I think a lot of Android manufacturers could improve on. But hopefully this gave you a little closer look at the iPlay 60 Lite from Alldocube. If you like tablets, phones, and other tech, I've got quite a few more that I'm working on, so keep an eye out for those upcoming videos. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.